Hello! Today I've got an Easter look for you, which I honestly almost forgot to film. Oops. Either way, yeah, I remembered in time, so here it is. It's inspired by Easter eggs, you know, like colorful and just some stripes, dots, colors, whatever. Just fun and bright. So yeah, let's get started. Today I'm starting out with the Be Creative Makeup Foundation in the shade 000 because I'm a ghost in winter. I actually still have no idea if this foundation is pronounced B, or like, you know, if the name is B and then Creative Makeup is just add-on, or if it's the entire name. Either way, it's a good foundation, pretty decent coverage, and it mattifies my skin, which is very nice. Then for my eyebrows I used the Rimmel Brow This Way eyebrow set with a wax and a powder. Obviously I'm applying the wax first and then the powder. I have no idea why I looked at my brush there. But either way, I just did my eyebrows as usual, sort of thin, sort of very curved and pointy at the edge. Just how I like them. I have no idea actually what's the current trend in eyebrows. I think thick eyebrows are still quite in fashion. But thick eyebrows just don't look well with my face. So yeah, I'm just sticking with what works well for me. And just combing them in place. And then I'm just applying some more foundation as a concealer, because this is a very pale foundation, so yeah, works fine as a concealer too. The reason I do this now, by the way, is because I have oily skin, so if I would do this immediately and then do my brows first, it would already have creased before I get a chance to apply the powder, which I'm going to do now. And the reason I'm doing my eyebrows before the powder is I like to sort of fade the inner corners, and that's just much easier when the eyebrow product is actually placed on, you know, foundation or bare skin and not on powder, because then it immediately sets in place. But yeah, now I'm just powdering my entire face to make sure that none of it starts to go shiny in weird ways. And after that it's time for contouring. I'm using this Maycheer palette, which I think I ordered off either eBay or from Pretty Store at some point in time. It's really cheap, but actually really good. Especially the dark shades, by the way. Like the paler ones don't make a huge difference, but the dark ones do. I have no idea why it's making faces like that. But yeah, I just contoured my cheeks, contoured my forehead, jawline and nose. One thing with these powders, by the way, is that you do gotta make sure to really put a lot of translucent powder beneath it, because otherwise it goes sort of weird. Like it's surprisingly difficult to blend for powder for some weird reason. But yeah, eventually it worked, and then I just applied the lighter powder underneath my eyes. Come to think of it, maybe it doesn't make much of a difference because I'm already very pale. But yeah, and also on the center of my face, like on my nose and forehead. And then for my eyes I started out with the NYX Jumbo eye pencil in Milk. I can remember this was like the most popular thing ever a few years back, but I haven't really seen it in any videos for years. But it's actually still my favorite thing to use underneath very bright eyeshadow looks, because it just makes everything bright, obviously. So yeah, I applied it on my eyelids, in the crease, and also underneath my eye, mostly on the outer half. And then the first thing I used, or well, actually, most of the shadows I used come from this palette. This is the Sleek Eye Divine Ultra Matte Volume 1 palette. And like I said at the beginning, this look is just really pretty much based on Easter eggs. So I just went for very bright colors, very soft, like not soft, but bright colors, but pale bright colors, you know, like pastel, like the sort of shades I would use on an Easter egg. So I started out with yellow in the inner corner and also below the eye in the inner corner, and then I filled in the rest of my eyelids with pale blue. The yellow is also a little bit into the crease, as you can see here, while the blue is not. I'm keeping the blue actually only on the eyelid and also beneath the eye. And then the rest of my crease is going to be filled in with pink. Can't quite remember which one of the two pinks in the palette I actually use for this part. But I don't really see all that much of a difference, so yeah, doesn't really matter. And also, of course, as usual, if you don't have this particular palette, just use whatever you do have. Like, you know, any similar eyeshadow will do, obviously. But yeah, either way, I also applied it outside the outer corner. And now I'm just blending it all together. Or not together. Blending it out. Yeah. I used the white shade below my brow bone to highlight it. And then once that is done, I went on to the Decay Electric palette for the sort of graphic liner-esque part that I wanted to do, because this is actually not eyeshadow, it's pressed pigments. Obviously well loved, as you can see by the state of the palette. But yeah, either way, I'm using this for a sort of graphic liner-esque thing. So I'm starting with sort of an eyeliner, but then above my crease. So I'm keeping my eye open for this, so you know that I'm sure that is actually going to be visible when my eyes are open. Like if you do this directly in the crease, chances are that if you have your eyes open, it won't be visible. So yeah, do make sure that it's visible with your eyes open. And then I just made a little tiny wing and just kept darkening it up until it was dark enough. And then I also made sort of a lower line-ish, sort of to make my eye more of an egg shape. Even though the colors aren't really inside the egg then. Abstract egg maybe. Whatever, I just also added some dots here. I actually use the little tiny brush that comes with the palette, it's very useful for this. And here's some random colors, pink and lime green, which looks exactly like yellow. And then blue and 2 more pink dots. I always try to go for uneven numbers because I've always heard that's like a rule of decoration and all. Can't remember why, but it works. But yeah, then on my lower lashes I used a purple mascara by Essence, which I actually never use. I don't actually know if they still sell it, but it is actually pretty good. And then I used the Sexy Pulp mascara by Yves Rocher in the normal black shade on my top lashes. To make them a little bit dark, but then I decided I also wanted them slightly purple, so I actually filled in the ends of them with the purple mascara. But the black just really, like, it gives more definition to the eye than if I would have only used the purple one, so yeah. Then for my cheeks I used 2 Catrice products. On my cheeks for blush I'm using the Catrice Illuminating blush in Coral Me Maybe. And then on top of that I'm putting the Catrice highlighter in High Glow. By the way, I'm also listing everything I've used down below in the description box in case this goes too fast. But yeah, I also highlighted the tip of my nose and my cupid's bow and then went on to my lips. I really wanted to go for like a fun springtime soft lip, so I'm actually going for nude this time. Which is a rare thing for me. So yeah, I used 2 products. The first one is this lip pencil by Peggy Sage in just a regular nude shade, slightly darker than my lips, because shades that are paler than my lips just make me look sort of dead. So yeah, I'm also filling it in with that color, and then I'm using a lipstick on top of that by Maybelline, I think, which is called Rosewood Pearl. Very nice metallic nude shades, and yeah, then here is the finished look. I really had a lot of fun doing this. Like, it's not often that I do this sort of look, really. You know, the more cute-ish graphic looks, rather than evil-ish or sexy-ish. Either way, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye!